Power. It's the invisible force behind every empire, every dynasty, every corporation, every social circle. Some people seem to accumulate it effortlessly, while others, no matter how hard they work, remain overlooked, manipulated, or crushed. In 1998, author Robert Greene published The 48 Laws of Power, a controversial, ruthless, and brilliantly researched guide to understanding how power actually works. Drawing from history's most cunning strategists, Machiavelli, Sun Tzu, Louis XIV, and countless others, Greene distilled the cold logic of power into 48 timeless laws. Today, we're going to walk through all 48, whether you want to use them, defend against them, or simply understand the world more clearly. This is knowledge you can't afford to ignore. Law 1. Never outshine the master. Make those above you feel superior. Let them take credit. The moment you overshadow your boss, you become a threat. Make them feel brilliant, and they'll keep you close. Law 2. Never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies. Friends are emotionally invested. They resent favors over time. A former enemy, given a second chance, has everything to prove. Hire an enemy before a friend. Law 3. Conceal your intentions. Never reveal what you're really after. Keep people off balance. When they can't read your motives, they can't stop you. Law 4. Always say less than necessary. Silence is power. The more you talk, the more you reveal, and the more vulnerable you become. Powerful people speak little and let others fill the silence. Law 5. So much depends on reputation. Guard it with your life. Reputation is the cornerstone of power. Protect it fiercely. Destroy the reputation of your enemies before they attack yours. Law 6. Court attention at all costs. Everything is judged by appearance. Be seen, be dramatic, be talked about. Obscurity is the enemy of power. Law 7. Get others to do the work, but always take the credit. Use the skills, connections, and labor of others. That's not theft. That's leverage. The general doesn't dig the trenches. Law 8. Make others come to you. Use bait if necessary. Force others to react to you. When you make the first move, you show your hand. Hold your ground and let them come. Law 9. Win through actions, never through argument. Winning an argument creates resentment. Win through demonstration. Let results silence your critics. Law 10. Infection. Avoid the unhappy and the unlucky. Misery is contagious. Protect your environment. The chronically negative will drag you down with them. Law 11. Learn to keep people dependent on you. Don't teach everything you know. Make yourself irreplaceable. Dependency equals security. Law 12. Use selective honesty and generosity to disarm your victims. One genuine act of kindness disarms suspicion. A single honest gesture can open doors that years of manipulation never could. Law 13. When asking for help, appeal to self-interest. People don't care about your needs. They care about their own. Frame every request around their benefit, not yours. Law 14. Pose as a friend. Work as a spy. Gather intelligence. Ask casual questions. Let people believe you're simply curious. In social settings, information is ammunition. Law 15. Crush your enemy totally. A wounded enemy is dangerous. Half measures breed resentment. If you must fight, finish it. Law 16. Use absence to increase respect and honor. Too much presence breeds familiarity and contempt. Create scarcity. Absence makes the heart grow fonder and the legend grow larger. Law 17. Keep others in suspended terror. Cultivate an air of unpredictability. Predictability makes you easy to control. Introduce calculated unpredictability. When no one can anticipate your next move, they can't strategize against you. Law 18. Do not build fortresses to protect yourself. Isolation is dangerous. Retreating into isolation cuts you off from information. Stay connected. Power circulates through people. Law 19. Know who you're dealing with. Do not offend the wrong person. Not everyone is equal in their reaction. Some people will let a slight go. Others will dedicate their lives to destroying you. Learn the difference. Law 20. Do not commit to anyone. Stay free. When you align yourself with one side, you become a tool of that side. The unaligned have all the leverage. Law 21. Play a sucker to catch a sucker. Seem dumber than your mark. Never make people feel threatened by your intelligence. Let them underestimate you. The sting is always sweeter when they never saw it coming. Law 22. Use the surrender tactic. Transform weakness into power. Sometimes the most powerful move is to yield. Retreat is not defeat, it's patience. Surrender buys time to rebuild. Law 23. Concentrate your forces. Spread thin, you are weak. Focus your energy like a laser. Strike one target with full force rather than scratching at many. Law 24. Play the perfect courtier. In any hierarchy, master the social rules. Flatter without appearing to. Adapt without losing yourself. Navigate the court with grace. Law 25. Recreate yourself. Don't accept the identity others give you. Forge your own image. Make yourself larger, more dramatic, more compelling than ordinary life allows. Law 26. Keep your hands clean. Never appear dirty. Use scapegoats and cat's paws to do the ugly work. Let others take the blame while you maintain a pristine image. Law 27. Play on people's need to believe. People desperately want to believe in something. Offer them a cause, a vision, a myth. They'll follow you willingly, even gratefully. Law 28. Interaction with boldness. Timidity is more dangerous than aggression. Bold moves intimidate. Half-hearted attempts invite predators. Law 29. Plan all the way to the end. Most people don't think beyond the immediate win. Plan 5 steps ahead. Anticipate consequences. The ending is everything. Law 30. Make your accomplishments seem effortless. Conceal your effort. Reveal only results. When things look too hard, you lose mystique. Make brilliance look natural. Law 31. Control the options. Get others to play with the cards you deal. Give people the illusion of choice between options you have designed. Either way, you win. Law 32. Play to people's fantasies. The truth is painful. Fantasy is comforting. The person who speaks to dreams has the crowd. Reality is for accountants. Law 33. Discover each man's thumbscrew. Everyone has a weakness, a need, an insecurity, a secret desire. Find it. It is the key to their behavior. Law 34. Be royal in your own fashion. Act like a king to be treated like one. How you carry yourself determines how others treat you. Project confidence, dignity, and worthiness, and the world will mirror it back. Law 35. Master the art of timing. Never act before you're ready. Never wait too long. The right moment is everything. Patience is not passivity, it's strategy. Law 36. Disdain things you cannot have. Acknowledging a small obstacle gives it power over you. Ignore it. Desire what you can reach. Dismiss what you cannot. Law 37. Create compelling spectacles. People believe what they see. Grand, symbolic, Theatrical gestures speak louder than logic. Spectacle bypass skepticism. Law 38. Think as you like, but behave like others. Flaunting unconventional beliefs invites isolation or attack. Blend in publicly. Reserve your true thinking for those who deserve it. Law 39. Stir up waters to catch fish. Anger clouds judgment. Provoke your enemies into emotional reactions. A rattled opponent makes mistakes. Law 40. Despise the free lunch. Nothing is truly free. What is offered without cost comes with hidden obligations, manipulation, or mediocrity. Pay for quality. It keeps you free. Law 41. Avoid stepping into a great man's shoes. Inheriting a legend is a prison. You'll always be compared and found lacking. Carve your own path. Create your own legacy. Law 42. Strike the shepherd and the sheep will scatter. Trouble within a group almost always traces to one source. Identify that source and neutralize it. The rest will dissolve. Law 43. Work on the hearts and minds of others. Force creates resistance. Seduction creates loyalty. When people over-emotionally and intellectually, they'll serve you willingly. Law 44. Disarm and infuriate with a mirror effect. Mirror your opponent's moves back at them. Imitation is maddening and confusing. It strips away their strategy. Law 45. Preach the need for change, but never reform too much at once. People say they want change, but they fear it. Offer transformation slowly. Move too fast, and you breed panic and revolt. Law 46. Never appear too perfect. Perfection breeds envy and resentment. Show a calculated flaw. Make yourself human enough to be tolerated, admired without being hated. Law 47. Do not go past the mark you aimed for. The moment of victory is your most vulnerable. Knowing when to stop is the rarest skill. Overreach destroys what ambition built. Law 48. Assume formlessness. Rigid structures are easy to attack. Be fluid, adaptable, impossible to pin down. Like water, take the shape of whatever container you're placed in and find every crack. These 48 laws are not a moral code. They're a mirror. A mirror held up to human nature as it actually is, not as we wish it were. Greene himself wrote that these laws can be used to protect yourself just as much as to gain power. In a world where others may be using these strategies consciously or unconsciously, understanding them is not optional. It's survival. Greene himself wrote that these laws can be used to protect yourself just as much as to gain power. In a world where others may be using these strategies consciously or unconsciously, understanding them is not optional. It's survival. The question isn't whether power exists. It does. The question is, are you playing the game, or is the game playing you? Study these laws. Recognize them in others. Decide which ones you'll apply, which you'll refuse, and which you'll guard yourself against. Because awareness is always the first law of power.